Hey, my name is Skylar, and this is my cross-dressing story. I knew college was going to be an exciting time in my life. I was finally able to get away from my parents and start living alone. For me, this means lots of cross-dressing. Up to this point, not a single soul knew that I wore women's clothes. I grew up in a very religious area of the United States, so I never had anyone that I felt I could tell about my cross-dressing. This all changed when I entered college. I met this girl named Alicia on the first day, and she was like no girl I had ever seen before. Her nails were painted black, and she had a goth girl aesthetic. She was part of the LGBTQ community, and we became close friends over the following 2 months. It wasn't until Halloween time that I decided to tell her about my cross-dressing. We were alone in her dorm when I broke the news to her. To my surprise, she acted like it was no big deal and immediately accepted me. She asked me if I wanted to go out dressed up for Halloween. I immediately nodded my head. She smiled and said that she would dress me up for Halloween as long as she got to pick out the outfit. I agreed. The next few days went by quickly, as I had many tests that I had to study for. Alicia texted me to completely shave my whole body, which I did the day before. I had to buy some shaving supplies and figure out how everything works, but I knew it was going to be worth it. Finally, the day of Halloween rolled around, and I nervously went over to her dorm a few hours before nighttime. There were many Halloween parties happening on campus, but I was way too nervous to think about going to any of them dressed up. When I arrived at Alicia's, she already had everything ready for me. She had picked out a pink princess costume for me to wear and had lots of cosmetics. She asked me where I wanted to go once I was dressed up. I told her we could drive a little far away and walk around a less populated area. She frowned and said that would be no fun. She made me promise that if she dressed me well enough to make me unrecognizable, that we would stay on campus and go to some parties. I reluctantly agreed. I knew that my figure was naturally pretty feminine, and I had long blonde hair, so I thought maybe it was possible to become a convincing girl. Alicia immediately went to work on me. She first handed me a pair of women's undies and told me to go to her bathroom and put them on. She then handed me the pink dress and told me to put it on top. I quickly went to the bathroom and changed. After putting on the dress, I admired myself in the mirror for a long time. The dress was a bit short on me, but I think that was the design. The material felt great, and I felt like a princess. I came out of the bathroom, and Alicia immediately cheered me on. She said, "OMG, slay! You look so good, queen." I did a little twirl for her, and then a curtsy. She giggled. She took me by the hand and brought me to the mirror in her room where she sat and did her makeup. She sat me down and went to work. She put some product in my hair to make it more smooth and feminine. She then began applying makeup. She was a makeup guru and spent over an hour perfecting me. By the end of it, my face looked like an actual woman. I was amazed. Alicia smiled as she saw me taking it all in. She said, "Yeah, I can see you are enjoying your new look." I nodded my head. She added a few more finishing touches. She then had me stand up and walk over to another part of the room. She had me sit down again and attached a pair of black 5-inch heels to my feet. She asked me if I have any experience walking in heels. I nodded. She smiled and said, "Of course you do." With most parts of my outfit complete, Alicia told me I was almost ready. She said that in order for me to be a convincing girl, I also needed to learn to walk and talk like one too. My voice was already pretty feminine, so that was not much of a problem. Alicia walked me to her bedroom a few times. Alicia walked me around her bedroom a few times, correcting how I walked and teaching me to walk more feminine. After another hour of training, she said I would be ready. She handed me a little purse that went around my shoulder and instructed me to put all of my personal items in it. She then handed me some jewelry for me to borrow for the night. Once I was ready, she quickly changed into her costume, which was Superman. I thought it was fun that she was dressing as a dude to compliment me. She instructed me to hold her by her arm, and we left her dorm together. We visited many Halloween parties that night, and no one had any suspicion that I was a guy at all. If anything, I thought I made an excellent girl since many guys asked for my number throughout the night. Alicia fought them away from me, which was nice of her. We even got into some sorority parties since we were both girls. The frat guys gave me many looks and kept asking for my Instagram. I could tell a few of the sorority girls were jealous and wanted us to leave. I was enjoying this night a lot. We eventually made our way to some college bars near campus. I had shown my ID to get in, but the bouncer seemed to not mind that I was dressed as a girl. Once inside, I immediately felt lots of male attention. I took a seat at the bar with Alicia and waited for what I knew was about to happen. All at once, 3 guys approached me to buy drinks. I let them all do it. After me and Alicia had enough of this fun, we left the bar. The rest of the night went by quickly as we partied hard. Alicia had to fix my makeup multiple times, but other than that, my costume held up pretty well. At the end of the night, Alicia dropped me off at my dorm and told me that I could keep the outfit in case I wanted to dress up in the future. I smiled at this and thanked her for everything. Hey guys, my name is Skylar and this is my cross-dressing channel. If you enjoyed this story, please leave a like and consider subscribing. See you next time.